trying to figure out if like Drake and Carti are beefing. I know people have been wondering that as well. I don't think they're beefing, but I do think there's, it kind of makes me feel like I'm wondering like what's still going on. All right, let me try to iron this out for y'all, or like go over this, right? So Drake was supposed to be on Carti's album. Supposedly Carti doesn't put him on the album, but some of the reason why is clearly Kendrick, right? Kendrick had some influence on the album. Clearly they had a good enough relationship that they were either swapping songs or trying to work together. They've worked together in the past. Here's the thing. I know this from speaking to Carti. Carti felt a little bit, uncomfortable. He didn't end up being on that one song by Drake. Was it No Face? And, for him, he's uncomfortable being on a song that he felt Drake is dissing his homies. Who is his homies? Well, Carti is down with The Weeknd. He's down with like the XO crew that Drake wasn't getting along with. So that becomes a conflict of interest. The XO crew kind of becomes the second or third main target of Drake during the battle that he starts getting into with Kendrick. And, obviously you have, what do you call it again? Metro is, I don't know if you know, Metro is managed by XO. Even Future is managed by XO. But that's where it gets weird. Because if there was anything weird there, and clearly, and by the way, 100%, him and XO got something going on. I told y'all, like, I went to Weeknd's concert and like 10 big ass security guards from supposedly The Weeknd, actually security guard, ran over to me when they seen me and they were like, yo, well, they were trying to like in a weird way blame The Weeknd's manager's house for getting shot up on me. And even then, it just didn't make sense. But they were claiming that, if you don't know, this a long time ago, the house got shot up. And they were kind of claiming that, it's because maybe his address got out. But I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, everybody's address is out. Anyway, that just makes it weird, right? Then Drake's house gets shot up. There's been like beef between XO and OVO, right? Started over a girl. Now we don't know what it is. And then all the people in the battle kind of aligned with XO, right? And, oh, by the way, I don't know if that's the story I didn't get. So the bodyguards came over this and third, and then Cash actually came out personally to me, and he was just like, yo, bro, like, you good? Everything straight? I was like, yeah. I was just like, the guards, they whatever. Because I had to literally tell them, I said, who do you think invited me to the show? Like, I think they maybe thought I was doing the Kendrick thing, where, like, I'm not invited, I just show up, but I'm literally in the Weeknd section. Actually, the Weeknd put me with his assistant, Melissa, and she gave me tickets, and she was just like, yo, okay, whatever. So anyway, the bodyguards chilled out. Cash came over. Cash was cool. I don't have no problem with XO. I think they're pretty cool. But, yeah, so there's been weird OVO XO thing. Drake clearly is taking shot at Abel. Abel participates in this like downfall of Drake beef. The Weeknd, who's managed by XO, he's a part of it. Then you have Metro, who's kind of like managed by XO. They're a part of it. So it's kind of like at a certain point looked like it was XO trying to take down Drake. Okay? I think Future and Metro was like managed or something like that by XO. Okay. Now, Carti comes out and Carti fucks with XO as well. He went on tour with The Weeknd, and yeah, he fucks with that entire clique. Okay? Drake was supposed to be on the album, not on the album. And when I did talk to me, he was just like, hey, listen, the reason I was not on No Face is like, bro, you can't expect me to be on a song where you're dissing my homies, right? And I actually agree with that too, right? So look like at that point, he's kind of like making it like, if this is going to be sides, I'm with XO. I'm with over here. Well, anyway, Drake drops his album, and he has a line on there that some people think is getting at Carti. It's a lyric where he's like, baby boy, please, I heard what you said to little bro about me. Now, if you don't know, so it says, baby boy, please, I heard what you said to little bro about me. Yeah, and when you run into the Iceman, what you gonna do except freeze? You not about to squeeze. You not in the streets. I'm cutting niggas off at the knees. There ain't no standing on business with me. Now, here's the interesting part about that. So, Playboi Carti, supposed new album is going to be called Baby Boy. I'll also tell you this, when I call and I talk to Carti, and everybody calls him Baby Boy. That's his nickname. Yo, Ak, you want to talk to Baby Boy real quick? Yo, Ak, Baby Boy right here. Baby, you know how they call Drake the boy? They call Playboi Carti Baby Boy. Everybody. Well, really, mostly Trav too. So shout out to Trav. So that's what that is. And, you know, these lyrics could be innocuous. Like maybe Drake didn't really mean to take aim after him, right? But it is important for people to know. One says Baby Boy, that's his nickname, and then Drake says Baby Boy, please. You know, and he kind of talks a little crazy, doesn't he? All right, let's whisper my name. Whisper my name lyrics. It says, Baby Boy, please. I heard what you said, little bro, about me. And yeah, when you run into the Iceman, what you gonna do except freeze? You're not about to squeeze. You're not in the streets. I'm cutting niggas off at the knees. Interesting. They think that little bro is The Weeknd. So they're saying little bro, when it says, I heard what you said, a little bro, about me, they're thinking that's The Weeknd. Interesting. Okay. So now, and I don't know if this was real because I don't think I've seen it in real time. They're saying that Carti, who dropped a feature during Iceman's release on that week, that opening week, they said he had put up a post saying, yo, we're not listening to nothing but this song that I just dropped. I think he said, we're not listening to any of that garbage or something on this. I can't remember what the exact let me see. Yeah. So this was supposedly the message. He says, this all I want to hear. Turn that other shit off. Happy Memorial Weekend, pussy. Okay? So, not too sure. Like, you know, there's no addresses on some of these disses, so you got to put the address yourself, and people think that was responding to Baby Boy, please. I heard what you said, little bro, about me, and yeah, when you run into Iceman, what you going to do except freeze? Now, I didn't even post this because I'm like, you know what? I hate when my faves are beefing. You know what I mean? I like both guys, you know. Come on, like I'm OVO Opium, right? Come on, like everybody knows this, right? And I'm 4K Trey Opium. I'm 4K Trey OVO Opium, and I think OTF and 4L. Yeah, I know. OVO's up top though. Don't worry. Chains on deck. Anyway, all right. So this happens, and I'm looking. And what happens is that we start seeing like a little bit more shots, kind of. Not really from Carti, but this is where his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend comes in. Gio. So he used to date this girl named Gio. I think they just broke up. And you know when a girl breaks up, she's desperate to try to make you mad. So his ex Gio, who just broke up with him, is now on Insta Live playing Drake's music.
Yo, baby mama ain't even post a single damn. Yo, baby mama ain't even post a single damn. Where she at? Yeah, where she at?
Now, also remember that Carti's baby mom is Iggy. And, of course, I wouldn't expect Iggy to post Carti's single. But, like, you know, it's ironic, you know, using the song. And then she posts another thing.
I did press play on that hoe. Me, skip.
And look like she's taking aim at maybe this new song he dropped. So she's saying, nah, that shit is ass. You know? Interesting. Now, that wasn't the only shot she took at Carti and used Drake as the thing to kind of clown Carti with. It says she also reposted a post that said Drake is now up billions. And she reposted that post that Drake was a billionaire. And she had like the little covering your mouth, like almost blushing type of thing. So Yeah, I don't know. And, you know, now you can see Drake is starting to play ball. Drake likes a picture of her because she uses Janice, Janice shut the fuck up, as